USDT is about to crash, and this is your urgent warning before it's too late. I'm dead serious. One of the most powerful financial rating agencies in the entire world has just exposed something terrifying inside Tether's reserves. Something so big, so dangerous, that you need to hear this before the next crypto dip hits. Because if you're like most investors and you've got your dry powder, your safe money, your backup cash sitting in USDT, you are now exposed. You are vulnerable. And you need to know that the foundations holding USDT up are not as stable as the crypto echo chamber wants you to believe. This is not a rumor. This is not FUD. This is official, independently analyzed, professionally verified information, and it's bad. And I mean really bad. So strap in. This might be one of the most important videos I've ever made. Let's break down exactly what's happened. Who downgraded USDT, why they did it, and what this means for you and me and your future in crypto. Because after you hear this, you'll never look at USDT the same way again.
I am not a financial advisor. This video is based solely on my opinion on what I'm personally doing in this market. I also want to let you know that some of the links below and in the descriptions are affiliate links, meaning I may get a commission, but it will be at no extra cost to you. Please remember that under no circumstances will I ever contact you and ask you for investments. You can confirm all of my real social media handles in the description and also at milkshakematty.com. This content is for educational and entertainment only, and I'm not a financial advisor.
All right, let's start with the bombshell. S&P Global Ratings, yes, that S&P, the same company that rates countries, banks, global corporations, and governments, just downgraded USDT to the lowest rating possible. Their verdict? USDT has weak stability. Not average, not moderate, not at risk, weak. This is huge. S&P does not use this rating lightly. They are one of the most respected, most feared, and most conservative financial evaluators in the world. If they say something is weak, it means they believe there is a real material risk of that asset falling under stress. And right now, they believe that the USDT, the biggest stablecoin in crypto, would struggle to survive a sharp Bitcoin crash. Let me say that again for the people at the back. S&P believe USDT could fail if Bitcoin dumps hard. And if that doesn't concern you, it should. There are two major reasons why S&P slapped USDT with the lowest score on their entire system. And honestly, both of these reasons are completely terrifying. Reason one, USDT's reserves are packed with volatile assets. This is the big one. Stablecoins are supposed to be simple. You issue a token, and every token is backed by $1, cash, treasuries, safe assets. That's exactly the way it's supposed to be, right? Well, that's how USDC does it, and that's how PayPal's Pi USD does it, and that's how regulated stablecoins operate. But USDT? No, that's not what they do. S&P exposed that a huge portion of USDT's reserves, the money backing your USDT, is actually Bitcoin, gold, and corporate loans, and a mix of other risk assets. And most of those short-term instruments are ones that could collapse in value fast. This means when Bitcoin goes down, the reserves that hold USDT's peg also goes down. Let me give you an example. Imagine you have £100 in your bank, or $100, but £30 of that is in Bitcoin, and £20 of that is in gold, and £10 of that is in risky loans, and the rest is split across a random bits and pieces. If Bitcoin tanks 40%, your £100 is suddenly now worth £70. That's exactly the situation that S&P is talking about. They said this, word for word, USDT's reserves are not strong enough to absorb a sharp Bitcoin decline. That's not a small problem. That's a system-breaking flaw. The other major issue is transparency, or more accurately, the lack of transparency. S&P says USDT still refuses to provide a list of things. They refuse to provide a full list of custodians, a detailed breakdown of asset backing, visibility into the quality of their loans, proof of where the reserves are held, independent monthly audits, and the exact makeup of their entire reserve pool. In 2025, this is unacceptable, especially when you compare it to, say, USDC or Ripple's new stablecoin, RLUSD, which provides proper, regulated, transparent reserve reporting. S&P basically said this: we don't trust the backing, we don't trust the transparency, and we don't trust the structure. And honestly, neither should you, because after this, neither do I. Okay, let's get to where this really matters, and that's you guys out there. because I know a lot of you are watching this right now, have spare cash probably sitting in USDT. Profits from trades held in USDT. Your dry powder is ready for the next dip. Money in your trading accounts or in your trading platforms, they're all in USDT. And crypto profits converted into USDT waiting for reinvestment. And on a normal day, that's absolutely fine. But now, it's risky, and here's why. If USDT's backing falls in value during a crash, like S&P is warning, you could see USDT depeg for the first time in a major way. It could drop down to 98 cents, 95 cents, 90 cents, or it could even be worse. There's no flaw to this once it started to drop. And trust me, the moment a stablecoin shows weakness, panic will spread fast. People will rush to swap into safer stablecoins. Liquidity would dry up, redemptions will slow, exchanges will freeze withdrawals, and the whole thing would spiral. We've seen this play out with UST, with Frax and algorithmic stablecoins in the past. When the peg breaks, it breaks fast. For those of you who are relatively new to crypto and think, well, that's impossible. When it's tied to the dollar, it sticks to the dollar. Believe me, that's not how it works. It's happened before, and it can happen again. This is the part that concerns me the most for the Wolfpack members and also you guys here on YouTube. Most crypto investors don't diversify their stablecoins. Most rely only on USDT for absolutely everything because it's convenient. But convenience doesn't always equal safety. Let me break it down. USDT is not a risk-free asset. USDT is not backed cleanly by cash. USDT is not transparent. USDT is not regulated, and USDT is not guaranteed to survive a crash. And now one of the biggest financial rating agencies in the entire world has confirmed that in writing. If you're holding tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands in USDT as your safe money, you're carrying a risk you might not fully understand. Now here's where things get interesting. Because while USDT is looking weaker than ever, Ripple quietly launched one of the safest stablecoins in the market, RLUSD, or Ripple USD stablecoin. Let me explain why this deserves your attention. Ripple designed RLUSD to be the opposite of USDT. It's 100% backed by US dollars or USD cash equivalents. No Bitcoin, no gold, no high-risk loans, no mystery assets, no dodgy offshore custodians. Ripple's reserves are held at regulated US financial institutions, not hidden behind offshore companies and questionable disclosures. On top of that, Ripple provides full monthly reserve audits. They disclose custodians, they show asset breakdowns, they comply with US regulatory frameworks, and they already partnered with banks and institutions. This is not some shady stablecoin operation. This is a fully transparent, institutional grade stablecoin built by a company that has already been through years of legal scrutiny. Here's another thing that most people don't realize. RLUSD is built natively on the XRP ledger. That means ultra fast settling, ultra low fees, no bottlenecks, no congestion, perfect for trading, perfect for transferring, perfect for storing dry powder, perfect for remittances, and perfect for payments. And as the XRP ecosystem expands, RLUSD will likely become the primary stablecoin for institutional liquidity. This is the kind of stablecoin you want to be storing value in. Look, I'm not here to give you financial advice. I'm here to give you awareness based on everything S&P have said and based on objective facts. Here's my honest advice. Stop storing 100% of your dry powder in USDT. Reduce your dependency on it. Spread into safer alternatives and strongly consider holding your stable funds in RLUSD on the XRP ledger. I'm not saying sell everything. I'm not saying panic. I'm saying be proactive before the next crash tests USDT's reserves. Because if Bitcoin dumps and USDT collapses with it, you do not want to be the one left in holding the bag. And listen, if this whole situation has left you realizing how much you don't know about risk management and about stablecoins and about market structure, then let me help you. I created the completely free crypto liftoff course to give you clarity. Inside, I will teach you the exact strategies that I use to survive every single bear market, how I grew my portfolio, even when the market was crashing, and how I position for the next bull run, how I manage stablecoins properly, how I DCA into the dips, how to avoid emotional traps most people fall into, and how to navigate chaos with confidence. It's completely free and the link is in the description below. Or you can head over to cryptowolfpack.co.uk. If you want to go into 2025 with a real strategy, no panic, no guesswork, then do yourself a favor and go and join the free course. People who prepare win. People who react lose. This USDT downgrade is your early warning shot. Most investors will ignore it. Most influencers won't cover it. And most people will pretend USDT is invincible. But you're not most people. You're now part of my wolf pack. You stay informed. You move early and you protect your money and you prepare for what's coming. Be smart, stay safe, rotate wisely, and I'll see you on the next video. And remember this, the strength of the wolf is in the pack.